Reed, you've been working on that software bug for 3 hours. Let's take a break. No, I truly appreciate your help. You do great work, and I hope you're happy here. You know, you're always free to leave, but I hope you'll continue to choose to stay. Well, over the past few months, you've become a key part of the operation. Yes, you've got room and charge, and what I hope is an adequate weekly amount deposited in your credit account. More than adequate? Good. You'll get regular raises, and I expect you to tell me if at any point you feel they're insufficient or too infrequent. You know I won't be offended by that. And it's not like I'm going to kick you out. You're far too valuable as an employee and friend for that. Yes, I see you as a friend. Does that surprise you? I see. No, I won't ask you to think of me as your friend yet, if you aren't ready. You've only had one friend in your life, and I know that losing Lane was a very difficult thing for you to go through. I have to say it is nice to hear you talk about Lane now, though. You seem to be having an easier time remembering all the good things about your years there. Your description of your walks along the river was particularly evocative. Right, I said we should take a break. Let's get out of the lab, okay? I'll just secure things here. Ready? Good. I don't much care where we walk to. I just like getting fresh air, and I like it when you can focus on something other than work. You are very dedicated, which I appreciate. It meshes well with my workaholic style, but I want you to have a full life of whatever you want to do as well. So, with that in mind, you can pick the direction. East? On we go then. It is a beautiful day. There's a little chill in the air. You know, we'll be getting more work in the next few months. I don't ever take on anything that would be too big a project or too many things to work on at once, but it does get busier during the colder months. Why? Well, there are a few reasons for that. First of all, people start spending more time indoors, and that can make them lonely. A lot of people make their first Android purchase, or a trade-in, during this time of year. They're inside and can spend a lot of time getting to know a new Android and explore all of its capabilities. I know, it sounds very impersonal. And it is. But that's the reality of the situation as it stands. Another reason for a busy season is that, either for themselves or for loved ones, people with more discretionary cash than they know what to do with will often choose the holiday season to upgrade and customize their current Androids. Why yes, like the X905 we worked on last week. His person wanted his strength upgraded along with his repair. What I've heard back from that customer is complimentary. She'll be back again soon, I expect. She always is. Which way at the corner? North? All right. No, people don't usually ask their androids whether they want to be customized or upgraded. Kind of like how most people customize their androids' appearances out of the box, or continuously tweak them later without asking the android how they would like to appear to the world. Again, yes, it is impersonal, and yes, it is part of the reality of the situation, legally, logistically, and otherwise. No, I don't do any of those things with you. Well, Reed, there are 2 reasons. The first is that I don't own you. After Lane died, as far as I'm concerned, you became your own person. You belong to yourself. The second is... what? Yes, you guessed it. I would have treated you the same if you had belonged to someone. I think androids ought to have self-determination. I don't think they should be classified as chattel. No, if you'd truly been a wanted runaway, I wouldn't have turned you in. I think you knew that already. Reed, did you mean to walk to the riverbank? Well, that's where we're headed. Did you lose track? Habit. I understand that. Do you want to go there? Sure. I'll walk on the riverbank with you. I think it's a good idea for you to go there. You can remember Lane and the good times you two had together, and make the place still kind of your own, you know? It isn't a great idea to avoid places like that if you can help it. You'll end up creating your own prison. And that wouldn't help you become who I know you can be. Here we are. No, I don't get here often enough. But I can see why you and Lane liked it. You can see quite a stretch to the east and west. Now that it's dusk, the sun setting over the river itself is really beautiful. That's your bench there? Do you want to sit? May I? Thank you. Reed, there is something I've been meaning to ask you. Please, stop me if you don't feel the time is right for these questions, though. You've been such a help to me in the lab. But you know that not everything we do there is on the up and up, as they say. You're intelligent. I know you've picked up on all of it. We do illegal repairs and upgrades, use unregistered parts, falsify records. But do you know why we do these things? Aside from helping the androids themselves, yes. No, you're right. It isn't just to make money, although I have to admit the money helps with what I am there for. Can you put together what you've seen with the things I've told you and come up with the right answer? Yes, I believe strongly in android liberation, and the repairs and upgrades we do are specifically undertaken to strengthen androids, give them more autonomy, and raise money for our cause. Right now it's very underground, but we intend to go more public eventually. Yes, the woman who owns the X-905 is part of the movement. She and her androids perform certain freedom-fighting operations and collect resources and money. Secretly, of course, and the media would never report on what's actually happening because they want to make sure the public doesn't get frightened. But I think we have a lot of good people and androids on the team, and I was wondering if you would like to officially join us. It wouldn't mean much of a change for you at first, but if you wanted, I could try some of those upgrades on you. Again, only if you agree. Your body is yours, and if you want to remain as you are, and assist the way you have been, that's completely alright. I'd be a hell of a hypocrite to proclaim android autonomy one minute and then force you into an operation the next. What upgrades? Well, one that I've performed before, successfully, is You remember a while back we were discussing how most androids can't repair other androids? As it turns out, remedying that is a rather easy fix. Just a software patch and a wire changeout for one optical relay that would otherwise prevent the ability from being installed, and would notify the authorities about the unauthorized repair. Naturally, we don't let it do that. The operation doesn't hurt, of course, and it's very quick. And you'd be able to actually repair androids afterward on your own instead of just working on parts and being an assistant. Would you like that? Reed, I'm so glad to hear it. Welcome to the team. Let's watch the sunset and then head back, all right?